the years, there was one particular relationship that has brought me so much deep, profound healing, and that is my relationship with my inner child. For most of my adult life, I was not consciously aware of my inner child, the little girl that lives within my heart. She is the part of me that is innocent, sweet, pure, playful, spontaneous, adventurous, optimistic, and authentically me. There was no room for my inner child in the life I had created, the serious life, the predictable life. Over time, I started to feel constricted in the life I had built, like my joy and happiness were dimming with every passing day. My inner child was yearning to break free. She was screaming, "This isn't the way. I can show you how it feels to be free." But because we were so disconnected, all I could feel was a longing, a knowing that I was meant for something different, that there had to be more. Slowly over time, as I took the leap to leave my corporate career in pursuit of my soul's desires, as I committed to doing the deep inner work of excavating and clearing the expectations, stories, and limiting beliefs that were not mine to carry anymore, I started to reconnect to that space of deep, pure joy, creativity, and freedom, the space where my inner child has always lived. And today I want to share with you how to reconnect and awaken your inner child. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It is a beautiful spring-like day today. The snow has pretty much all melted away. It is beautiful. It's the first day that I've actually cracked open a window, so it feels really nice to be sitting here and chatting with you all about our inner child and how to heal your inner child. Inner child healing is healing the part of yourself that wasn't seen or loved in the way that you needed when you were a child. This aspect of the healing journey of healing your inner child is so profound. It is truly so beautiful to go through and to hold someone through the process of healing their inner child. So as a child, if you went through situations, my cat Brady's here with us. He always loves to join us. As soon as I flip the camera on, he wants to be a part of the fun, which I love. Brady, I love it. You are such a cutie. For a lot of us, we go through our life wanting to belong. That's what we want as children. We want to belong. We want to receive love, that we want to be accepted. This is really who we are as humans. Our inner child gets wounded because there's an aspect of ourself that is craving love, that is craving to be seen and to be heard and to be held in a particular way that we didn't receive as children. Maybe you felt like you had to walk on eggshells all the time and you didn't feel emotionally seen and validated because maybe your caregivers didn't have the capacity to give you love in that way that you needed. There's so many reasons that cause inner child wounding, where we feel detached from aspects of ourselves because in childhood we learned, whether consciously or unconsciously, that we had to hide or repress or abandon certain parts of ourselves in order to receive love. So in adulthood, this wounding can show up in many different ways, and it can really impact our lives. It can make us feel disconnected from experiencing pure joy and freedom and authenticity and creativity in our lives because there's an aspect of ourselves that we are shunning and hiding away and ultimately not loving. So inner child healing is truly a journey of showering yourself with pure unconditional love. It is allowing yourself and giving yourself the space to be exactly how you are. If you are emotional and you always felt like you had to hold your tears back, it's giving yourself the space to cry. It's finding safe people, friends, mentors, coaches, family members that can hold you and witness you and remind you, and remind you of how amazing you are in those moments when you forget it. The most powerful aspect of inner child healing is giving yourself the freedom and the full range of expression to be whoever you are in every single moment, knowing that all of your emotions are valid, all of your experiences are valid, everything you desire is valid, and none of it is wrong, and none of it makes you unworthy of receiving the love that you desire in this life. So a great way to begin this journey of connecting with your inner child is to do inner child healing meditations. And I will pop in the description bar 2 of my favorites, my own guided inner child healing meditations. And these are a great way to begin your journey of inner child healing, because if you've never connected with this aspect of yourself, this little child that lives within you, it can feel really weird. It can feel very foreign and uncomfortable. So guided inner child meditations are a really beautiful way to begin accessing and familiarizing yourself with this aspect of yourself, this inner child that lives within you. You'll be able to discern through meditation what your inner child sounds like, what their energy is like, what their desires are like, what it feels like to be around them. So it's really powerful to begin your inner child healing journey by listening to these guided meditations and getting familiar with this part of yourself. You can also journal on your inner child and connect with this part of yourself. Those are some great ways to begin building this relationship with your inner child and beginning the dialogue with this part that lives within your heart. For the next recommendation, I kind of already touched on this, but really the transformational power of healing your inner child really happens when you can be in a space, whether that's through friendships and sisterhood or coaches and mentors. If you're looking for a life coach that can guide you through this, I will drop my info down in the description bar so you can check that out. I love doing this work. I love guiding people into deeper connection with their truth, their authenticity, their inner child. So if that's something you're interested in, then definitely check out the link below. But finding these spaces where you can be held, where you are encouraged to share and to be vulnerable and to know that when you share in this space, you are completely safe to unravel and explore all parts of yourself, where you are not going to be judged, you are not going to be criticized, you're not going to be labeled. This space is a strong container that can hold you in exploring all parts of yourself. When you can see yourself reflected through the eyes of people who truly want the best for you, that is when the healing happens, because you are able to see these parts of yourself that maybe you weren't able to see before. This is the point in someone's healing journey that can really break them free. It allows someone, for maybe the first time in their life, to really see that they are worthy of receiving love and being loved simply for being them. That's really the shift from seeing yourself as broken or seeing yourself as unworthy or unwhole, getting to that place where you are fully unconditionally loving yourself. And that is a powerful thing that happens when you are in a safe space with people who really want the best for you and can reflect all of your beauty back to you. Another big key with healing your inner child is to speak to yourself as you would speak to a child. It's about really being kind and compassionate with the words that you're using to speak with yourself, and setting boundaries as soon as you notice that you aren't treating yourself the way that you would treat a child. The way that we speak to ourselves, the language that we use to define who we are, creates our entire self-perception and impacts the way that you experience your life and the way that other people experience you. So it's really, really important to be very mindful about the words that you use to speak to yourself. And I know that's easier said than done, but it is truly a practice. It is cultivating cultivating the practice of becoming more and more aware of yourself, of the way you speak to yourself, and training your brain to consciously redirect yourself anytime you notice that you are going down a dark rabbit hole and treating yourself unkindly. Another amazing way to connect with your inner child is to connect with the activities that you used to love doing as a child. For me, that was being in nature. It was teaching. I would set up all of my stuffed animals and I'd have a little whiteboard and I would teach. Maybe it's coloring or dancing or drawing or painting. The more that you can do the things that you love doing as a child, the more you'll connect with this energy of your inner child. So definitely dedicating time and blocking out time to create and to just be in the creative process, doing whatever you used to love doing as a child. And remember, as you're going through this creative process, that it's really about the process. It's not about the outcome. Something that I am still working on to this day. It is so hardwired. As adults, we tend to get really focused and obsessed with the outcome of our actions. We want to do something because it's going to produce a particular result. But when it comes to playing with your inner child and accessing this aspect of your creativity, it's just about being in the creative process. It's about letting go of expectation, letting go of the outcome, and just enjoying yourself, being in joy as you're moving through the creative process and letting all inhibitions go. Coloring outside of the lines, taking up space, being as big and expressive and authentic as possible while you're dancing or drawing or writing or whatever it is that you're doing. That really helps to connect with the energy of your inner child. And the last thing that is just a little added bonus for connecting with your inner child is to hug yourself. I know that this might feel really, really weird. It might feel just so foreign and uncomfortable and weird at first to get in a practice of hugging yourself. Just this simple expression of hugging yourself and giving yourself constant reminders of how amazing you are, celebrating yourself for all of the little and big accomplishments in your life, and really being your biggest cheerleader. These are just little practices that can completely shift your energy and really help you connect with your inner child and with that space of pure joy. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope you have some new ways to connect with your inner child. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.